not joking. All my guys, them know me.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa Oti, and if you're new on this channel, please kindly like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so that at least whenever I post new content now, you'll be the very first to find out. Like, how amazing is that? So people, you guys know, when it comes to Nigerians in the UK, I am your mommy. Like, I like to talk about Nigerians in the UK a lot, you know, and of course my 6th interview, I always seek opinion from Nigerians in the UK. I actually wanted this particular topic to be a street content thing, but then I realized that not everyone might be comfortable talking about relationship, you know, talking about, you know, like asking single people basically, like what is it like being in the UK and not being married? Like, what is it like being in the UK and not dating? Like, you know, just ask them, is it really difficult to find a spouse in the UK? I had that in mind, but I realized that I don't really want to embarrass myself asking people and be like, oh my god, that's so personal, Melissa, I don't think I want to talk about it. And you know, so I'm like, let me just relax and just come here to talk about it myself than asking people. And of course, Nigerians, we are trendy, we're on the news again because one of our own came out to embarrass us. Like, I don't know why they do this. I mean, we already have a bad image. Like, Nigerians already have bad image internationally. I mean, that is why I always encourage people to, wherever you find yourself, wherever society you find yourself, wherever institution to find yourself, remember that you're a Nigerian, remember that you're an African, and they already have this stereotype about us. So it's now left to you to prove them wrong by being yourself, doing things right, and acting accordingly. Now, this young man that is 37 years old traveled all the way from Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. Scotland is a different country from England. To backyard, yeah, my backyard. I mean, Leeds is like my backyard. He traveled all the way from Edinburgh to Leeds, in his words, to surprise a 13-year-old girl who will be turning 14 in a few days. Like, how does that even make sense? Are you a family member? Are you her boyfriend? What are you surprising her for? Like, you literally met her online and decided to travel all the way to surprise her. That's in his own words. In case you've not seen the video, let me just show you guys a short clip of how this man embarrassed himself and made himself a full hot mess, guys.
I came here to surprise her for her birthday on Tuesday.
Well, you wanted a surprise, didn't you? She sent we are her surprise, what she's give you. All right.
Yeah.
Surprise. Are you listening?
I'm here to surprise her for her 14th birthday on Tuesday. That's all.
Right. Promise me you'll never do it again.
I promise that. I promise that if that's bad, but I'm only here to surprise her. That's all.
Leave these kids alone.
You guys, you can imagine how silly that man sounds, how embarrassing that man sounds. I want to believe that the people that were probing him are probably the girl's parents before they finally called the cops on him. And according to the story, he was apprehended at Leeds train station. Train is not cheap, so literally traveled all the way to come and meet a 13-year-old girl that he met online. And like, this is the thing, I have single friends, right, that have told me that, see, dating is hard. If I have a friend, he's actually a guy who will be like, aha, Melissa, I don't suffer for this life. Oh, to find girl just had me these days. I'm like, what do you mean hard? You like, you're an adult, and I'm sure there are so many blacks that are probably open to having a relationship just for you to approach them. He was like, I will not understand. I'm like, well, I will not understand because I mean, I'm not single, I'm married. I came here married, so I don't know what it's like to be single in the Obodo. I don't know the struggles of finding a spouse. It was just talking to me, right? And I'm like, okay, now moving this man's case aside, right, when it comes to having a relationship, like a sexual relationship with British people or Europeans or people that are not of the same race as you, you need to think very well. You need to be really smart. There was a time that a friend told me that almost he does not understand though, like this girl has just been inviting him to her house for dinner and sleepover. And like, what she did, I'm like, do you what exactly are you thinking? Like, what is controlling your line of thought? Why would you even think about it? For you to even think about it, like, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, whether black or white, and they invite you over to their house with somebody that you're not dating, whether the person is over 18 or not, don't go, because this person can literally frame up story because you're in a house. You can frame up story and say, oh, you ROAPAR. I can't use the word because of YouTube rules, but like, yeah, that you ROAPE her. And like, how are you going to defend yourself? Where will you start being defensive? Honestly, we really need to be smart. We really need to always remember the reason why we are here and just stay focused. If you want to go and be in a relationship with somebody, there's no problem. Walk up to the person, be in a relationship with the person, but the what I don't understand is actually like dealing with an underage girl. I mean, what even started the conversation in the first place? To be honest, like watching him, I'm like, this guy, do you know how stupid you sound? It's not like you came all the way to meet someone that is 19. Yeah, nobody was going to probe you if you have sense and try to meet her in the open and not in her house where she can cook up stories tomorrow. Like, nobody's going to probe, nobody's going to disturb you. Like, that means he's even aware of the person's age, because he was boldly saying, oh, she's 13, she's about to be 14 on Tuesday. I came here to surprise her. And then the people that were probing her said, you also sent indecent pictures to her saying you're going to lick her like a lollipop, like a chocolate and all that. And some CDs were found with him. Like, what was even thinking? I keep saying this, you might get away with your bad behavior wherever country you're coming from, but you see this UK will humble you. This society will teach you on how to be cordial. This society will teach you self-respect. This society will teach you on how to relate with people. Like, you don't even have a choice. I remember back in Nigeria, when I'm angry, let's say where I'm doing my shopping, the store assistant is just misbehaving or there's a little fracas there, I can literally yell at the person, like, because I am angry. But in this country, you can't even do that. Like, they will look at you as being stupid. Do you get? You air your opinion better when you're composed and you're just speak your English for them. That's the thing. Air your point, state your point. No point shouting. Like, this society has a way of just remolding you, remold your line of thoughts and make you a better person. If you don't want to be a better person, then this country will force you to be a better person, because like, it doesn't even make sense. So let's say his parents are actually the ones that sent him to the UK. He's 37, so I don't even know if it's his parents that will send him down, but whatever. We all know that coming to the UK is not cheap. I don't know how long he has been in this country, because from his accent, he does not talk like me now that he's talking like one Benin girl. I grew up in Benin, so my accent is so raw and so Nigerian. Once you hear me, you know that this is a Nigerian girl. So, but from his accent, you could tell that he has a bit of British accent. So I can't really tell why he decided to act in that manner, knowing the law. And one thing about some of these persons, that they can actually look older than their age. I mean, there was a time my husband and I were in the town center and we saw some young girls, like, they were looking so hot. We see their makeup, their hair, their clothes. So I was like, this one's now, they are smally, or if you go closer, this one's now, you're in trouble. See the way they package themselves, looking like small madam. When they tell you their age, you'll be shocked to hear 14, 15, 12, 13. And we just laughed it off, because sometimes they appear so big and you can't even be able, you might not even be able to guess. But the thing that they don't lie about their age. They're not like us that will be lying. They're not like us that reduce our age because we don't want to go old. A 13-year-old girl will tell you, oh, I'm 13. And the funny thing is that I'm sure that when he was having this conversation with this girl, our parents were aware the whole time. They were probably even the ones replying him, just trying to draw him, let him come. And the mumu fell into their trap and actually landed in Lee's train station. To do what? Like, to surprise her with what? The moment she mentioned that she's 13, he would have ended that conversation right there. Because I mean, in social media, you can always meet people there. Like, he would have just ended it there and just moved on. But he allowed the Satan to use him. And now he has been arrested by the police. And it's just so sad. And I hope that this is going to be a big lesson for people that are planning on migrating to the UK, and even people that are currently living in the UK, single people, married people. This should be a big lesson. I mean, respect yourself. So you just have to respect yourselves, as in, you just have to respect yourself. Avoid getting into situations like that, into twists like that. Just take yourself out of the equation. Stay focused, man. Focus on your focus. You guys, I saw this video and I'm like, no way, I must bring it here. I must, because I'm always talking about Nigerians in the UK, Nigerians in the UK, and I'm like, no. A lot of people might not really be aware of things like this, even though I feel like common sense should tell you about this. But some persons have also decided that they want to bring the bad habits from Nigeria to the UK. You will be disgraced. You will be disgraced. That's the thing. See the way this guy has disgraced himself, his family, and whatever that he represents, his future generation. He has been disgraced. It's big. Internet never forgets. This video will always be on the internet till the end of time, sadly. So you guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Share with me, of course, your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.